We're gonna sit.
I told Emily I take advantage of the days I'm off.
Oh yeah. So put your soles of your feet together and just rock. Just remember, do what you can do. If you can't do one of the poses, just go into a comfortable position and focus on your breath. Just gonna rock back and forth with our feet in cobbler pose. And then stop in the center and lengthen up the body and lean forward, just kind of pushing the chest forward out over that open space of the legs. And then bring the knees up and extend the legs in the front and extend the arms toward the ankles. Let the back round. Deep breath into the upper back. Walk your hands up the legs until you're sitting up. And let's just have one leg in, one leg out in a position of comfort if that's comfortable for you. And sit tall in the sitting bones. And first let's bring our hands to the lower rib cage, relaxing the shoulders. Close your eyes. Just take some slow, easy breaths in and feel the ribs and belly move outward. On the exhale, pull in on your navel and let the ribs move toward each other. Squeeze the center of the body. Relax, inhale, belly moves out. Now lift the breastbone as you continue to inhale. Exhale, let everything move inward. Pull in on the navel at the end of the exhalation. One more deep breath, belly and ribs moving out, breastbone lifting. Slightly lift the shoulders to get air to the tops of the lungs. And exhale, relax, let the shoulders soften, let the belly move inward. Pull the navel toward the spine at the end of the exhalation. And then put the hands on the lap and return your breath to normal. Let's tip our chin to the chest, letting the back of the neck lengthen. Roll your left ear to your left shoulder. Let the head hang. Bring the chin to the center and roll the right ear to the right shoulder, letting the head hang. And the chin comes to the center. Now lift the chin and look up. Make a bulldog mouth and let the jaw stretch upward. And then relax, shake your jaw out, bring your head to neutral. We're going to turn and look to the left, just turning the chin toward the left shoulder. Reach the right hand to the floor and press it back. And then bring the hand to the leg and the head to the center and to the other side. Reaching the left hand down and back. Bring the hand to the center, roll the shoulders, roll them up to the ears, down and back. Shrug them out. Let's put the left hand beside the hip and reach the right arm up. So sit down firmly on your sitting bones, lengthen up first. Walk your hand away and arch over. Keep those hips planted onto the floor. Lift up slightly, take the shoulder back and look up. And now bring the shoulder back in line with the other one, reach over. Lift up slightly, take that hand, dive it down between your elbow and your hip and look behind you. Deep breath. Last time, up and over. And then bring the hand beside the hip. And if you want, you can switch legs, but you don't have to. It's just whatever's comfortable. And the right hand beside the hip and the left arm up. First lift up, then arch over. So don't let this shoulder come forward. So even if you only go a little ways, keep it in line with the other shoulder. And then lift up. And then back over. Halfway up and turn the shoulder and press it backwards, looking up. Coming forward, arching over, and then drop the hand down beside the hip. Reach between the elbow and the hip. Last time, up and over. And then bring your hands back. Let's extend both legs. Reach for the ankles again. And then lift up the upper body. Roll your shoulders. Coming up to all fours. Hands under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. So let the shoulder blades move toward each other. Lift through the center of the body, pulling the navel upward. And make a nice flat back. Chin is tucked to keep the neck long. And we're going to do the variation for people with osteoporosis in the spine for the cat, and that is to press during the down on the outside edges of your hands, the pinky side. It can activate your arms, press those shoulder blades apart. You'll feel them moving aside from each other. Stay here. And now let's do one more breath like that. It's very subtle. You may not feel any movement. That's fine. And on the exhale, relax the back. You can lift the head if you need to. We're going to go into the cat-cow. So if you need to do the variation with the pressing through the hands and separating the shoulder blades, that's fine. So on the inhale, lengthen the spine. On the exhale, tuck the chin, and if you're doing the variation, just press down, but otherwise let your back float upward, pulling up on the navel. Tuck the tailbone under, making that roundy back. And now the inhale, let's lift the tailbone, drop the belly, and look up. Press your breastbone forward. At your own pace, exhaling into the cat or the variation. Inhaling into the cow. Back and forth. Feeling every piece of the spine move. Last time into a cat, and then come to the flat back, and let's shake or roll our wrists out just to give them a little break here. And we'll take one arm and reach it out in front and then the other, and lower the shoulders toward the floor. Keep the tailbone lifted, opening up underneath the armpits. Look under the left arm and press the right side to the floor, and then switch. Look under the right arm, opening up that left armpit by pressing it down. Press both downward as the tailbone is lifted. Walk your hands back and separate the knees and come into a child's pose with the forehead on the folded arms. Release the low back and take some slow, easy breaths here. Bring the hands forward, coming back into all fours. The hands can come one hand's length in front of the shoulders. Bring your hips forward so the shoulders are right over the wrists now. And we're in a plank from our knees to our shoulders to the top of our head. Lift your knees by tucking the toes under. Keep the body in a straight line, full plank. Drop the knees again. Let's extend the hips backward and reach the arms in front for extended arm child's pose. Once again, coming forward, let's bring the left foot up. We're going to get up. So press your right foot toes under. Sorry, bring your right toes under and lift the knee, and then step forward in a low squat. Keep your chest over your thighs. Let your head hang. Bring your hands to the thighs. Slowly press all the way up. Shoulders to the ears and down and back. So let's roll the shoulders down and back and bring the palms forward. Chin is tucked, lengthening upward from the crown of the head. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Activate your legs like you're pressing downward. Take some slow and easy breaths through the nose here in mountain pose. And then step out, shift your weight. We're going to bring our left foot forward and the right foot back. And line your hips up to face the front of your mat. Raise and lower your heel behind you within comfort level. You don't want to overdo if you have foot or ankle stuff. Drop your heel down, bend the back knee to get that calf stretch. Straighten up, push through both feet. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend the knee, bringing your upper body over that, forward rather, and look up if you can. You want to lengthen up from the hips through the fingertips. Breathe. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, relax the shoulders. Let's inhale up again, palms together. Exhale, bend the knee, warrior one. Breathe into the belly as you lengthen upward. Push that back heel down. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, relax the shoulders. Bring the hands behind you. We're going to hinge right here at the hips. Bring your chest out over that front leg. There can be a little bend in the front knee. Tuck your chin to keep your spine long. Now lift the left shoulder and look to the left. Drop the shoulder back to the neutral. Hands come to the thigh. You can drop your head and lower the chest more if you like. And then slowly round up, walk up the leg. Let's step around and shift our weight. And we'll bring the right foot forward and the left foot behind. Bring your hips to face the front of your mat. Raise and lower your heel. And then press the heel down and bend the back knee. Big calf stretch. Straighten up. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, bend the knee. Press the heel down behind you. Energize that leg as you lift up through the front of the body. Breathe into your belly. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, relax the shoulders. Inhale up again, palms together. Exhale, bend the knee, lifting up the front of the body. Breathe. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, hands clasped behind your back, hinging right at the hips with a long straight back. Front knee can be bent. Lift the right shoulder, look to the right. Back to flat back. Hands to the thigh, drop the head. Slowly walk all the way up the leg. Step around, shift your weight around. Roll your shoulders, both arms up, palms facing. Pull up here through the center of the body. Bend the knees and slide down an imaginary wall. So your shoulders are right over your hips. Inhale, lifting up, lower the arms. Again, once have arms up, palms facing, bend the knees, down imaginary wall. Now keep the body in one line as you lean forward over the thighs for power seat. Looking up if you can. Tuck your tailbone, press through those feet. Hands to the hot thighs, drop the head, slowly straighten all the way up. Relax your shoulders down and back. Let's face this long side of your mat with the feet pointing in the same direction for starters. And remember, pull up on the navel and drop the tailbone. Let's start with just bringing the arms in a T, palms forward, and hinge at the hips. Keep those knees soft. Nice flat back. Fly your upper body to the right. Squeeze the right side of the waist. Drop your hands toward the ankle, drop your head. Lift those arms out again, bring your body to the center, fly to the other side. Hands to the ankle, drop your head. Arms up to the center, hands down to the floor. Bend those knees so you can touch the floor. And walk to the right, straightening the left leg, feeling that inner thigh stretch. Walk through the center, straightening the right leg. Back and forth, straight side lunges. Come to the center, sit your bottom down, bring your elbows to your knees. Look up, interlace your fingers. Hands on the thighs, let's press all the way up. Shoulders roll down and back. Now we're going to turn the left foot toward the mirror. We're going to work in that direction today. So arms coming up to a T, reaching out. Inhale, getting tall. Exhale, bend the knee. And come a little away from the mirror. Reach those arms apart and look down that left hand. Tuck your tailbone. Breathe. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, bring the head to the center. Inhale up again with the arms, looking to the left, bend the knee. Press strongly through the legs. Now bring the front hand or elbow to the thigh. Look forward and lift the back arm up and over. Think about making length from your ankle through your fingertips. This is extended angle. If you want to look up, feel like you can safely do so. Breathe. Lower hand to the thigh, press all the way up, relax the shoulder. Once again, arms in a T for warrior two. Bend the knee, strong legs, keep the tailbone tucked. Drop the back hand to the thigh, the front arm lifts for exalted warrior, look up. If you want to lean into it, you can, but keep your hips level. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, relax the shoulder. Turn the toes to the center, the heels in, and then step together and shift your weight around. And we're going to turn around and go the other way. So our feet are wide, pointing in the same direction to start with. And then we'll turn the right foot out. Arms will come up to a T, palms facing down, looking down that right hand. Exhale, bend the knee. Trying to bring your chin over that shoulder. Strong legs, breathe. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, return the head to the center. Inhale up again and look down that right hand. Exhale into warrior two. Now bring the elbow or the hand to the front thigh. Turn your head, looking up and directly ahead, and the back arm comes up and over. Breathe, looking up if you think that's good for you to do. Use your hand on your lower thigh, press all the way up. Relax your arms and shoulders. Inhale to a T. Exhale, bend the knee. Julie, bring your shoulders back a little bit, toward your back hip, like more centered. Yeah, good, okay. Drop your back hand. Front arm lifts up next to your face. Look up. If you want to lean into it, you can. Keep your hips level, breathe. Lower the arms, straighten the leg, relax the shoulders. Roll it out, let's step together. Shift our weight around. So let's do a standing, let's do a balance before we go to the floor. So coming to mountain. Just stand here for a second. Now step the left foot in front of the right, crossing, and press the thighs and knees together and try to get your feet spread out and flattened. We're going to bring our arms up, and the leg that's in front, that arm goes underneath. Wrap your arms if you can, and then pull up on your navel so that you're really engaged in the core. And if this is as far as you can go, that's fine. But if you want to try to bring the weight more and more into the back leg and bend the knee, and you don't have to get a foot off the ground. This is the eagle. Put the feet down, straighten up, unwind, step around. That's a hard one. We're going to cross the other leg in front, the thighs are pressed together, and flatten those feet onto the ground, up arms, and then the one that's in front, that arm goes underneath. Pull up on your navel. Pull up on your navel, tuck your tailbone. Begin to bring more and more weight to the back leg and bend the knee if you like. Drop your heels, step out, shift around. Let's go to the floor, and nothing fancy, we're just going to sit down. And then bring your feet in front in standing knee and your hands behind either knuckles or palms down. And just let your hips rock. Release your low back and your hips. Sitting up, let's extend the right leg, bring the left knee in toward the belly. Make some circles. And then the other way. And bring your knee close. Now reach the leg out and lift, stretching the thigh. And come in, relax. Reach it out and lift. Bring it in, hold the ankle and the knee sitting on your sitting bones. Rock those legs back and forth. Let's cross over. Make sure to leave room for your belly. Sit tall. Inhale, lift up out of your hips. Rotate and cross the arm over, pressing down with your backhand. Breathe as you look over your shoulder. exhale to the center. Let's give that leg a big hug and shake it out. And bring the other leg in. Pull it close. Swirl the ankle and the foot. And let's go the other way. Should face the door. Pull it close, extend it and lift. Bring it in. Reach it out, extend and lift up. Bring in and hold the ankle and the knee. Let it be heavy. Rock from side to side. Cross it over. Sit tall. Inhale, lifting up out of your hips. Rotate, drop your arm across. Press down with your back hand. Look over your shoulder. Breathe deep into the belly. Exhale to the center. Grab your knee. Give it a big hug. Shake it out. I'm going to go close the doors, which I should have done before. Okay. So we're going to go to our back. So let's start by coming into standing knee. Hands under the knees. Lift up through the spine. Lean back with a straight back. And then lift your toes. See if you can lift your heels. And then add the arms anytime you like for boat. Stay here. If you want to try to straighten the legs, you can, but don't round your back. And then begin to lower the body to the floor. Put an elbow down whenever you need to. Tuck your shoulder blades and the feet are behind the bottom with the knees pointing upward for standing knee. Your arms run down the side of the body. Now press the palms and elbows and shoulders down and then release. We're going to use those arms when we do our bridging. So we'll start with just flattening the low back by pulling in on the navel and lifting the tailbone. Press that back into the floor. And then release. Let your hips rock back with that lumbar curve underneath. Again, press the back down, lifting the tailbone. Press the length of your arms and then push into the heels. Peel the spine off the floor. Lift the pelvis until you can get your hips as high as you can. And no weight should be on your neck or your head. You should be able to freely turn the neck and head. Pressing upward, breathe. Exhale, relax the shoulder blades, roll the spine all the way down. Release at the bottom, let your knees fall apart and your hips relax. We're going to do another one, and this time there'll be an arm variation, but you can do what you like. You don't have to do this part if it's too much. Lift your tailbone, pull in on the navel, peel the spine off the floor, lift the pelvis upward. And then if you like, move your shoulder blades closer to each other, reach the hands underneath and interlace the fingers. Press the length of the arms and the hands downward as you lift the pelvis upward. Breathe into your belly. Next exhale, release the shoulder blades, release the hands. Let the spine move all the way down, and at the bottom, let's bring the knees over the belly, a hand on each knee. Just a counter pose here. Release and breathe deeply. Turn your fingertips pointing towards your toes, and just using the hands, we're going to pull the knees close to the belly, separate them and push them away, making big circles. And the hands are doing the work. The legs are just passive here. Lubricate those hips. Next time your legs come together over the belly, let's pause and go in the opposite direction. The hardest part is just letting go, letting the knees and the hands do the work over holding those knees. Stop with the knees over the belly together. And now hold the left leg as you extend the right. Reach your hands behind the left thigh. We're going to do prepare for head to knee pose. So straighten that left leg upward with the heel reaching up. And then relax the leg, pull it close to the body. Once again, extending it up. Relax, bring it close to the body. Reach it upward, and as you're lifting it upward, then you're pulling it closer to your body. Take a deep breath into the belly. As you exhale, pull in on the navel, tuck the chin, and if you're choosing to lift here, lift the shoulders, bringing the forehead closer to the knee. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. Breathe. Another deep breath. Exhale, lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Take your hands out to the side, palms down. Take this leg that's in the air and move it out to the side at 90 degrees from the other leg. Drag it back to the center. Once again, we're going to roll it all the way out to the side with control. Pull it to the center. Now press your hands down. Take the leg across the body. Reach it out. It doesn't have to go below the level of the hip. You're opening the chest and across the abdomen. Breathe. Pull in on the knee, bending it, bring it close to the belly, roll to your back. Extend that leg and bring the other leg over the belly. Hands behind the thigh. Stretch the leg upward, pressing through the heel. Relax and bring it close to the belly. Reaching it up. And then again, pulling it close to the belly. And last time, reach it up, moving the leg closer to you. Deep breath into your belly. Exhale, tuck the chin, and if you're lifting, roll the shoulders off the floor. Head is getting closer to the knee, head to knee pose. Breathe. You notice your breath goes to your upper back. Exhale, shoulders roll down. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Arms come down at a V beside your hips. Reaching this top leg out to the side. Drag it back to the center. Use your belly and your thigh. Out to the side again. All the way up. Last time out to the side. Bring it to the center. Reach it across the body. Press into your hands. Extend that leg. Keep your shoulders close to the floor. Look up and breathe. Bend the knee, bring it close to the belly, roll to your back. Put both feet on the floor behind your bottom. And we're going to do our hip opening series. So let's start with the right ankle on the left thigh. Right hand is going to press away on that knee. Let it go. Lift up and let's get our hands around the right thigh. Once you have them, just lay on the left thigh, and lay down. Tuck your chin. And the work here is to just let go. Keep holding those hands together around the thigh, but let everything else go. Breathe deep into your belly. Next, exhale, release the hands from the thigh, put the foot on the floor. The top leg can cross all the way over, or you can lock the knees together side by side. It doesn't matter which one you do. Put your hands down, and we're going to scooch 1 inch to the right. Drop both knees to the left. Keep your chest open. You can look up. If you want to try to turn your head and look to the right, that's fine. Looking up is fine too. Let your breath open across the top of that hip. Breathe and let go as you exhale. And next, exhale, pull in on your navel. Bring those knees upright. Let's scooch the hips back so they're in line with your ribs. And we're going to drop the legs to the other side. Breathe. Press your hands down, pulling on the navel. Bring the knees upright. Bring both of the knees over the belly. Hang on to whatever you can reach. Breathe. And your foot will drop to the floor. Uncross the legs. Rock your knees from side to side, just relax those hips. And then line up the heels behind the bottom again. We're gonna take that left ankle to the right thigh, and the left hand's gonna push that left knee away. Let it go. Lift up and bring your hands around the back of the right thigh. And then lay down. Tuck your chin to keep your neck relaxed. And just let those hips move toward the floor on the exhale. And then let's put that right foot on the floor, and then whatever position you choose for the top leg, either across or locked into the other leg, we're going to scooch our hips to the left an inch, and both knees drop to the right. So you should feel a big opening across the outside of your hip here. And breathe. Press your hands down, pull in the navel, bring your knees upright, scoot your hips back in line with your ribs, and drop your knees to the other side. And pull in on the navel, bring the knees upright, bring both knees over the belly, whatever you can reach, just hang on to. Breathe. Uncross the legs, put the feet on the floor, rock your knees from side to side, and first we'll drop both knees to the left. Press this right hip upward so you open across the top of the groin there. Pull in on the navel, bring the knees to the center, rock, and then drop to the other side. Stretching the thigh and the groin area. Bring the knees to the center. And rock a couple times, and now we're going to bring them over the belly and reach inside and grab the big toes and turn the feet to the ceiling. Now you can use your ankles or you can hold the instep, either way. The weight of your arms is moving the knees toward the floor for happy baby. Bring the soles of the feet together and lower the legs to the floor. Knees falling outward. You can put the hand under each buttock, palms down, lifting your pelvis slightly and letting the knees fall apart more. Breathe into your belly. Exhale, just stay here. And then extend the legs until the feet separate. And remove your hands from underneath your bottom and turn onto one side and slowly press up. Take your time, we've been on the floor for a little while. And just sit in a position of comfort. Let's bring one leg in and one leg out in a V. Now your V doesn't have to be this wide, it can be whatever works for you. Sitting on those sitting bones and keeping your chest open, we're going to put our hands in front of the leg and walk out like you're trying to see what's at the end of the mat. So don't collapse. Keep your spine long. Press your chest forward, and you should get a little stretch on the back of this thigh. And it's fine if you want to bend the knee slightly, if that works better for you. And then walk inward, sitting upright. Lift both arms up. Turn to face the straight leg. Same thing with the chest, reach out, and wherever your hands land is fine. You're pressing the chest forward, and then allow yourself to relax over this leg. And if you need the knee bent, that's fine. Walk up the leg, turn to the center, inhale both arms up. Exhale, a hand on the ankle or the knee, and you're looking the other way. Keep your spine long, breathe. Inhale to the center, arms in front, once again pressing the chest forward with the long spine. Drop the head, slowly walk inward. Bring the soles of the feet together, a little butterfly. And the other leg extends. And don't expect both sides to be the same. Everybody has a good side and a bad side. Lift up first, walk forward, pressing the chest outward. Allow yourself to relax here, slowly walk inward. Inhale up out of the hips, turn to face the straight leg. Reach for it, and it doesn't matter where your hands land, but continue lengthening upward and pressing forward. Relax the head, neck, and shoulders. Slowly walk inward. Inhale up, lift up out of the hips, rotate, and a hand on that shin, ankle, or knee, and a hand behind you, looking over your shoulder. Breathe. Inhale up to the center, arms in front, walking out again. Drop the head, neck, and shoulders. Slowly walk inward. Bring the soles of the feet together in a little butterfly. We're going to come all the way forward, and let's come onto our belly. Forehead is down, elbows near your ribs, hands near your shoulders. Separate the feet about hip width or slightly wider. And we want the low back to be relaxed, so you can tuck the tailbone under and then rock your heels back and forth, and then just let the legs relax. So we'll go into Sphinx. As you inhale, drag your nose along the mat, looking up. Lift the shoulders, slide the arms forward. Breathe into the front of the body. Breathe. Exhale, stay here. This time when we exhale, lower the chest. You can take the elbows wide, drop the head to the floor, forehead down last. Bring your hands next to the shoulders, elbows near the ribs. Let's do one more. Inhale, drag the nose along the mat, chin lifts up, shoulders, arms slide forward. Breathe into the belly. And then exhale, lower the chest all the way to the floor. Hands beside the ribs. Press up. Take your hips back, wide knees, toes touching, arms extended. Or child's pose with extended arms. You're going to come up onto all fours in table pose. The hands under the shoulders. Walk your left hand one hand's length in front of your shoulders. The right palm will turn up. Slide that right hand underneath. Lower the shoulder to the floor. If you can't get all the way down, you can go out and in and out, just gradually working it. But if you can, bring your weight to the shoulder. Let your head relax. And let's put that left hand on top of the lower hand. Breathe. No weight on your neck, no weight on your head. It's all on the shoulder. Hand comes back in front of your face. Come all the way up. Let's do a cat. And then with the flat back, we walk the other hand, one hand length forward. Palm goes up on that left hand, reaching, and then lower the weight to that shoulder. Keep your hips square over your knees, and then the top hand presses down. Looking over the shoulder, breathe over the hands, breathe. Hand in front of the face, press all the way up. Both arms way out in front. Lower the shoulders, keep the tailbone lifted for a modified downward dog. And then lift the head, bring your hands back under the shoulders. And let's take first the left foot up under the armpit. And you can do knuckles or blocks, but we're going to press the hips forward, stretching the thigh behind us. Now keep the weight in your hands. Walk backwards until you can take that front leg as straight as possible with your chest low. This is just a hamstring stretch. Coming back into the lunge, tuck your back toes and lift the knee. Breathe. And then drop that knee and we'll exchange legs. Bring the left one up under the armpit. Hands down, press the foot, the hips forward to stretch the back thigh. Slowly straighten the leg, keeping that chest low to stretch the back of the hamstring. And then lift the hands forward. Knee is square over the ankle. Tuck the toes. Lift the knee behind you. And if you can't get up this way, just find a safe way to get up. Or if you can, bend your knee. Push off with the back foot into a low squat. Hands are just hanging in front of your feet. Slowly pressing into the feet. Let's straighten all the way up. Shoulders to the ears. Roll them down and back. Palms forward. And we're in mountain pose. And let's step around. We're going to do one more balance, which I like to always have this balance in here. So think about with your feet about hip width apart, so maybe step a little further, and that you're settling down in the hips, and then everything here is growing heavy, pressing downward. And from here, everything's lifting up. So we're going to bring our weight into the left leg. Don't lift this hip. We'll turn the foot out. Hands will come to the heart. Find a spot that's not moving to gaze at. And then inhale, slowly bringing the arms overhead, growing tall. Open and hold. Exhale, arms slowly floating down. Step out. And let's do the tree on the other side. So planting the feet, hands to the heart. Weight coming into that right leg, turn the foot out. Inhale, lifting the arms overhead. Inhale and hold. Exhale, arms coming down. Stepping out. Shift your weight. Come back to the front. I'm going to do our sun salutation. Roll your shoulders back, come to mountain. I think a mountain is kind of like the reset position. So stop here a moment. Everything gets balanced and level and equally distributed. And now let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the floor. Left foot back. Drop your hips and look up. Right foot back. Plank. Knees can go down. Lower the body to the floor. Held down. Elbows close. Inhale, coming into Sphinx. Exhale, lower the chest. Press to downward dog, modified downward dog, or child's pose. Inhaling forward into a plank. Knees up if you prefer. Next inhale, left foot comes up. It's okay if it takes 2 steps. Right foot comes up. Inhales, roll it up or reverse your forward fold. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart. Exhale, hands to mouth. Inhale up. Forward fold. Hands down and the right foot goes back. Hips get dropped. Left foot back. Drop the body slowly to the floor. Forehead down, elbows close. Inhale for Sphinx. Exhale, head down, press through the hands. Modified or full downward dog or child's pose. Inhale onto the plank. Next inhale, right foot comes up. Left foot comes up. Roll up or reverse your swan dive, inhaling. Exhale to the heart. Exhale to mouth. Come to the floor. We're just going to start with our feet and standing knee in front of us. Weight in the hands behind us. Just rock your hips, release, let them go. And then sit up tall. Separate the feet, reach inside, grow tall through the center of the body, and lean the whole upper body forward, letting the knees fall out to the side. Extend the legs in front of you, hands go toward the ankles, drop the head, round the back, breathe. Bring your hands to the thighs, sit up straight. You're gonna go ahead all the way down, supine position. And let's extend the legs. Hands facing the ceiling, palms relaxed, elbows close to your ribs. Tuck your shoulder blades to open across the chest, tuck your chin. Close the eyes. Take a moment for everything to settle down and be still. Let's extend the toes, pointing on both feet, and pull back on the toes, flexing. Point, flex, point. Stop with the feet halfway, toes pointing up. Rotate the toes toward each other and away. So pigeon-toed and duck-footed, and then one more time pigeon-toed, duck-footed. Then point the toes up and relax the feet. Pull back on both sets of toes, push through the heels. Dig the heels downward into the mat. Tighten the kneecaps and the calf muscles. Tighten the thighs, squeeze the buttocks. Pull in on the navel, pulling that navel toward the spine. Deep breath as you squeeze the lower body. And then exhale, relax the hips, the thighs, the knees, and let the toes roll outward as the legs relax. Hang the arms in the air right above the shoulders. Just feel the blood draining out of the fingertips. Let the fingertips soften and the knuckles of the hands soften. Spread the fingers wide like starfish. Make a big wide hand and then curl the hands into fists. Squeeze them tight. Open them up, spread those fingers wide again, and then once again curl into fists. Last time, spread those fingers wide. Now bring the hands together and interlace the fingers. Press the palms into each other. Bend the elbows. Create tension through the wrists and the elbows. Tighten the muscles of the arms. Feel the tension move across the pectoral muscles of the chest. Tuck the chin. Squeeze the muscles of the face. Everything from the waist up, very tight. Everything from the waist down, very relaxed. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax the hands, relax the shoulders, let the arms move apart. Palms will rest beside your hips, facing upward. Take your nose and draw a circle on the ceiling. Make it smaller and smaller and smaller, and when you get to the center, stop, and now go the other way. Make the circle bigger, 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 and then stop your motion and bring the head to the center. Let the head rock from side to side, and let's drop our chin to the right shoulder. Let the face go. Feel the jaw and the cheeks and the eyelids sag. Gravity. And then drag the head to the center, rock back and forth, and drop the chin to the other side. Let the face soften. Feel gravity pulling your jaw and cheeks toward the floor. Return the head to the center, rock twice, and then be still. Let's bring our hand to the abdomen right near the navel. We'll do the balance breath for 5 cycles. So follow the breath as it goes in through your nostrils, fills the rib cage, lifts the belly, and count how many beats it takes to breathe completely fully. As you exhale, let the navel sink. Try to keep the amount of beats the same. So we're balancing the breath, inhale to exhale. the side. Let your breath return to normal. Take a moment to feel your body as it becomes heavier, sinking downward. And then note how when you inhale, everything lifts upward and feels lighter. Whenever you're ready, begin to move the fingers and the toes, and then extend the arms overhead and make your body into a big X. You can arch the back if you like with a deep breath. Exhale, bring the knees in, tuck the chin. We're going to rock from side to side. And whenever you're ready, roll to one side and slowly sit up. Namaste. Thank you for coming. I will be here next week.